It's the middle of the month. I'm tired. We're expecting some bad winter weather tomorrow. All fun. What a better time to do the monthly Q&A than right now. Good morning, good afternoon, or good night, depending on when you're watching this. How's it going, guys? First off, hope you're having a good day today. Hope your day's going well and hope it continues to go well. Welcome back to the monthly Q&A, the thing that I do once a month to give myself a little bit of a break and answer all of your questions. Now, if you have any questions for me, let me know down in the comment section below, and or just keep an eye out on the YouTube community channel where I post the first day of every month the thing asking for your questions. So let's get right into it. We got 17 questions to answer, so let's go. I think this is an obvious answer, but do you think that the Bandidos will win in TOP's next album, or will Tyler fake us out, no pun intended, and have Demo win? Neither. I have never been on the side of Bandidos winning or Demo winning, because that's not how mental health works. I mean, technically, yes, Demo winning is an unfortunate reality in the mental health world that we live in today, but the resolution that I think would be fit best, and a lot of people think this as well, is for the compromise, the truce, because mental health, if you overcome it, it never fully goes away. You have to learn to live with it. So I think the compromise truce ending is more likely. Bandidos winning would be cool, but since Dima storyline is a whole thing representing mental health, I just don't see that being a good possibility of everything ending. Are you still going to do the hot take series? I'll keep doing the 20 Pilot hot take series until people start losing interest in it or people just quit submitting hot takes, because I like doing them. People seem to like those videos, so I'll keep them around until people lose interest. Top 10 favorite Metallica songs. I'm gonna give you 9 in no particular order, but the last one is my favorite Metallica song of all time. So the 9 in no particular order: No Leaf Clover, Ride the Lightning, Fade to Black. You got Sad But True, The Unforgiven, Master of Puppets, Leper Messiah, Spit Out the Bone. They do honorable mention go to their covers of Turn the Page, Am I Evil, and When a Blind Man Cries, because those are also super good too. I will go with Not You, You're Not Metallica. We'll go with 1, and then my favorite Metallica song of all time is The Memory Remains, and seeing that live in Pittsburgh was beautiful. Do you like Twin Peaks? Great music, acting, and lore. I've never seen an episode of Twin Peaks, so I can't give you my own personal opinions on it. I'm really bad at watching movies and TV shows, and honestly, it's hard for me to even find a TV show or movie that I'm particularly interested. Odds are I've never seen your favorite movie or TV show, but that's just because I am more about watching videos on audio production and learning stuff rather than sitting down in front of a TV and watching a movie or a TV show, unless it's professional wrestling. Then in that case, I will watch. How many instruments do you play, and which are they? Guitar, bass, ukulele, mandolin, keyboard, tuba, baritone, and I am probably missing something in there. I sing, well, try to sing, so I guess the answer is 8? We'll say 8. Who is your favorite drummer and why is it Josh Dun? Glad you included the word favorite, because best drummer is Neil Peart of Rush, hands down. But as far as my favorite drummer, Josh is actually my second, because my number one favorite drummer is like taking Josh Dun but putting him on steroids, because it's Darren King of Mute Math. Dude is insane. Like, the things he can do with such a minimal kit is mind-blowing. And I can see like Josh like doing Darren King stuff, but like just all the stuff Darren King does is insane. Go watch like the Guitar Center and drum battle that he does. It's just mind-blowing. Darren King is amazing. What route do you think TOP will take after the Dima storyline? Tyler confirmed in an interview with Zane Lowe that they will most likely move on to a different storyline and just, of course, move away from Dima, but do focus on another story, and or I think another option is make straightforward music. Honestly, I think them making a straightforward non-lore based album first wouldn't be the worst route to go. Just give everyone a little bit of a breather. However, most likely likely they're moving on to a different storyline. Might be slightly unrelated, but what do you think about how the bishops got their names? Do you believe Keon's got his name because that's how he dies? So I assume what you're talking about here is, if I'm reading this right or thinking of this right, how their names correspond with their songs on Blurryface. Because if we are just talking about why is Keon's name Keon's, why is Secarver Secarver, or Andre Andre, I don't think that detail would matter at all. I mean, the answer would be, I don't know, they're born with it, that's what they just chose when they joined the Violism Brotherhood, but so I don't think that detail matters more so. As far as like their songs corresponding to their song on Blurryface, their names corresponding to their song on Blurryface, they each represent a different aspect of anxiety, fear, depression, so on and so forth. So like if you take a look at Listo, Bishop of Thinking Too Much, take a look at Nico, which is Blurryface, Tyler's Insecurities, so on and so forth. Would you ever make a video covering the entire Dima storyline up to now? Absolutely, that is a video I plan on doing in February, then even stripping it down more so and talking about lore from each 21 Pilots era up to now. And honestly, I feel like I can do most of these in 10 minutes or less, because it's kind of real simple once you trim off the fat and not go super detailed into theories X, Y, and Z. Like just having a little note saying these are the most common theories that people believe, not going super deep dive into them. Cats or dogs? I love both, grew up with both, but at the stage of my life right now, I am more so a cat person. I've been wanting a cat for quite a bit, and I've been waiting till Lovely and I move in together so we can get a cat, we can get a dog, we can get Punchy and Kylo, and they'll be so cute. I've been longer without a dog than I have been with a cat, but I miss having a cat bother me, weirdly enough, and it's like brushing up against wanting to jump up on my chair, and yeah, just miss having a cat around. But I love dogs as well. Have you ever seen Rick and Morty? I've watched like 1 or 2 episodes back in the day, I want to say like around 2015-ish. It's not for me. I found moments funny, however, overall it wasn't for me, and probably not gonna watch it anytime soon. Hi, 7-year 21 Pilot fan here. I've been watching your videos for several months now, and you have connected a lot of dots for me in the Dima storyline that I didn't initially understand, so thank you for that. How and when did you hear about / start listening to 21 Pilots, aka what's your story? So I did a full, more in-depth version on the channel roughly 2 years ago. I'll post a link to that one down in the description box below in case you want a more in-depth answer, but the brief summary is that my friends listened to 21 Pilots before Blurryface came out, like end of Vessel era, before Blurryface came out, when Stressed Out hit the radio. I didn't listen to them until I heard Tear My Heart on the radio in 2015, and I thought it sucked. I did not like it whatsoever. I posted a tweet about it saying, it's just the ripoff of The Clash, should I stay or should I go? My best friend proceeded to scold me and introduced the rest of the 21 Pilot catalog, and the rest is history. The first music video I watched was Car Radio, and one of my favorites going from that experience was Oh Misbeliever. How do you feel about other 21 Pilot channels on YouTube? I absolutely love them. I know some people will get in that headspace of like their competitors, but I absolutely love them. I feel as though we are all good resources, and we all provide something different. Like if you're watching this channel, you're going to see my face mostly at all times. I'm going to explain, I'm going to go off on tangents, and I'm going to give you my own personal music sometimes, and I'm going to cover 21 Pilot music. With Dima, you have just a lot of text-based stuff, and Dima does occasionally talk on the occasion, but you'll get a lot of these shorter form videos, which is really nice to get these bite-sized information where you just have to read. You can skip forward in the videos. Then you have Jake Allen who just sits in the background like, give me all the information, and comes out of the blue and will just post this short synopsis after everyone covers everything. And I love Jake so much. Like top tier video editing stuff there. I love everyone. Love Nelbus. Love every one of the 21 Pilot YouTube people. How do you feel about your impact on the 21 Pilots community? Honestly, I don't feel like I've made that much of an impact. If I did, it's been really, really small. The way The best analogy to view it is that the 21 Pilots community is this large terrain of land. And what I've contributed is a tiny pond. And people can look at it and be like, hey, that's a cool pond, and they have a couple of options. They can either go stay at the pond, see what happens, bring their friends to the pond, they can come and leave, they can just pass right over, or they can yell at the pond telling it to get better. And that's just where I feel as I live. I don't feel like I'm ever going to make that big of an impact. And like, people will comment occasionally, and it's a big compliment for people saying that I've done a lot for the 21 Pilots community, but I've never felt that at all. I've always felt just a small niche person in a niche community, but I've never felt like I've had that large of an impact. When the Demo storyline ends and TOP just makes music without a story behind it, what are you going to do with your channel, since your channel has grown and more than half of your vids are from 21 Pilots lore? So the very first thing I do is I'm going to take a month-long vacation because I deserve it. I don't deserve anything in this world, but you know what? I deserve a little break, don't I? Secondly, I'm still going to talk about 21 Pilots even if they don't focus on lore-based stuff, because they're my favorite band of all time, and I can still find something to talk about with 21 Pilots music. And one of the plans for this year is to expand my palette and talk about other music, especially with the new Justin Listens To series. So we've started to branch out and talking about more and more artists. And even before I started talking about 21 Pilot lore, I made 21 Pilot tutorials on how to play guitar, bass, ukulele stuff. So I'll go back to that and focus on more guitar content, which is something I want to visit in the future because I miss making dumb guitar content. So that is what I will do when 21 Pilots eventually stop making lore-based music. Break, talk about other artists, lessons, as well as more guitar-based videos. Have you ever gone through phases of not really caring about or outright disliking 21 Pilots? Also, what's your favorite part about being a musician? Like, is it the writing side, technical side, etc.? So, that first part of your question about not caring / outright disliking 21 Pilots, all the time. Like, I go through burnouts with music so much, where I'll get burnout on a particular artist. And with making videos about a particular band, like 21 Pilots, that burnout rapidly speeds up, because you then start listening to their music for something to talk about, putting together puzzle pieces, and oftentimes that will get tiring. So I will go days, months, or weeks without listening to 21 Pilots, just skipping over their songs because I don't want to think, and I'll focus my time listening to artists I've never listened to before that I'm not doing for YouTube, listening to Fish, Grateful Dead, or John Mayer, and just other guitar-based stuff. But I definitely go through those phases. As far as the second part of your question, my favorite part about being a musician, definitely playing music with other people, because there is no greater feeling in the world for me than playing music with other people. I love writing music, I love learning music, but that experience of playing in a group, can't top it. What is your favorite verse of TOP? Also, what is the most underrated song in your opinion? So my favorite verse, throwing the entirety of Attic with the pen in there. I also really, really love the final rap verse of Choker. Like, the day I made a connection with that in my car, I just bawled my eyes out going to college. Because, like, that last verse hits home so hard. So right at this moment, I'm going to say the final verse of Choker. As far as the most underrated song, in my opinion, honestly, Aircatcher is the most underrated, but I'm also going to say Not Today. It gets undeserved hate. I love Not Today, and I love Aircatcher. A lot of people think Aircatcher is underrated, but no one wants to change that fact, do they? And that is it. That brings us to the end of this month's Q&A. If you have any questions for me, leave them down in the comment section below. Or like I said, wait till February 1st. We're over on the community tab. I'll be asking for questions once again. It's now 1 a.m. I am super exhausted. Like I said, we're getting a snowstorm tomorrow. Fun. But anyway, I'll see you all tomorrow with something. I don't know. Oh, it's right. 21 Pilot Hot Takes tomorrow. We'll do that. Anyway, I'll see you all later. Goodbye. And then more importantly, have a good day. And I'll see you later.